I don't know if we should call this tea or insight, whatever you want to call it, but I promise it'll be a stronger brew next time if we're going to call this tea.
Just don't let it impede on my lifestyle, you know?
No
one cares!
Alright, so I wanted to start explaining some stuff to you guys from my point of view on things. But one of the things I wanted to clear up, I'm not going to clear up everything because there's a lot. One thing that I want to clear up is the money that Amberlynn would give us. So some of the money that she gives us, that she hasn't given me money in a very, very long time. Not that I would ask her now anyway, but I can count on a few occasions that we actually asked her for money. And she's never paid like our entirety of bills or anything. When me and Dana were together, she, when the pandemic happened and we didn't have a job for a few months, which we had our job, we worked at a daycare. So they shut down daycares for I think we were out for 4 months, and it was just taking a little while for unemployment to get back in. And I know she vlogged when we came to visit her when that pandemic had first started. Well, we were telling her our job situation. We weren't saying oh, we're hard up for cash or anything, because our bills were paid and our landlord, there's nothing your landlord could do when it was the pandemic. There was a lot of rules that they had to abide by. They couldn't just evict you because you lost your job. We were going to be getting unemployment, and we did the whole time we were out of work. But the first couple of weeks we were worried because, I heard unemployment can take forever, but with the pandemic and so many people getting unemployed, it went a lot smoother. But we went to see her, and we had just been telling her about our job situation. And when we got there, we stayed pretty far apart from her at first. It was when she was at Eric and Ricky's, that house that they used to be in. We stayed on one side of the driveway, and her and Becky stayed on the other. When we first got there. After that, we were kind of because everyone was around everyone in the pandemic. I know, Amberlynn was freaking out about it, but we were all around each other. She just happened to give us money at that point. I guess she was feeling bad and wanted to make sure we would be okay, but we did not ask her. One of the times we did ask her was when I know that's one thing you guys have talked about. When we moved to Kentucky this last time, when me and Dana moved back to Kentucky from Florida, I had asked her for money, but it wasn't because I didn't have it. It was because we were trying to pay all of our bills the day before we were leaving, because we had a couple due, and we wanted to make sure that the money we were traveling with was money that we had and not bill money. And I just wanted to make sure. And so I tried to pay. I think what happened was me and Dana tried to pay the phone bill at the same time. And for whatever reason, it took both of those payments instead of telling one of us that it was paid. So, and our phone bill at the time was $400. It's ridiculous. Verizon is so expensive, but we had a lot of stuff on our plan. So that was $800 just gone. And we had already got the U-Haul. I had already paid for the U-Haul. So I had already paid for the U-Haul, like I was saying. I had already filled the U-Haul with gas, my car with gas. My mom was going to be driving the U-Haul, and everything else, I didn't have anything else to pay. All my bills were paid. That was just the one thing we had left to do. And with $800 just being gone, we expected 4 of it, but not the other 4 of it. So our bank accounts were almost shot. We were worried about, what if this happens? What if this happens? So I asked her if she could just give me the money that I lost, basically, and I would pay it back. But she didn't worry about paying her back. So that's how she's always been. She's very thoughtful. I'm not saying I never appreciated it, but the way you guys have been wording it, it's I know at one point you guys were saying something about she was buying our friendship. She wasn't. Amberlynn is a very giving person. Not that I'm protecting her or anything, because she has her flaws. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just addressing the money thing. I'm not getting into anything else, so don't expect that right now. There will be more, but this is all I'm discussing right now. She is a very giving person. If someone is in need that she is close to, she's going to try and do what she can for their needs. And then I don't remember, I can't really think off the top of my head another time I asked her for money. But she has when Dana's nephew and nieces all needed school clothes, she gave money to us to get them stuff. But that's because when the school year comes around, I don't know if she's still doing this because I don't really talk to her, but when the school year comes around, she feels bad for kids that don't have like their parents don't have enough money to make sure they have all the school stuff that they need, or like school clothes or whatever. I know that one year when we were here in Florida, she helped our friend's daughter. She helped them get school clothes for her. And then, I don't know, just when we were hanging out, obviously she would try and pay for everything, but we definitely did try to pay our part when we could. Sometimes we couldn't. So yeah, she wasn't really buying our friendship though. We tried to do things like, Amberlynn's kind of extra. She likes to do all kinds of stuff all the time when she's with a bunch of people. And sometimes we'd be like, well, we don't have it. And, you know, she would just be like, I got it. So, what else about this whole money thing? I'm trying to think of another time that money was. I know that she gave us money for Christmas one time, but that was her gift to us. If that makes any sense. I don't even remember how much it was. Other than that, I mean, I don't really ever remember asking her too much for money. Like I said, it was maybe like a couple times, and that's the only time I really remember for sure asking her and her giving it to us. Because I think there was a couple of times I was worried about something and asked her and then figured it out instead. But I don't know if she's gonna come back at this video and be like, ooh, no, it was this, this, and this. I don't really care. I'm not here for the drama part of this. I know that you guys are wanting to know some of this, and I want you guys to know my side of this because there's two sides to every story.
Hi guys, welcome back to another mukbang. So I am very excited to try the Taco Bell here. I think there's like 3 Taco Bell locations in Kuwait, and it's not, you know, very well known compared to how it is popular in North America. So I'm working on a better mukbang setup though, by the way, don't worry about it. Also my mic broke, so I need to get a new one. So we have some Fiesta potatoes. We have some of these chicken strips, like saucy chicken strips. I can't wait to try those. Extra cheese sauce, some nachos Bel Grande, and a beef crunch wrap supreme, and an orange Fanta. So guys, I am super heated about a certain topic that's been going around. Actually, I'm disgusted by what I see. Like, legit disgusted. So I wanted to talk about that. I know I'm gonna get attacked for this video, but I get attacked anyway, so I don't really give a crap anymore. No offense. Beauty bite. The sauce is like a spicy sauce. Crunch wrap.
Beauty bite.
Yummy! I haven't had Fiesta potatoes in forever because they don't have these in Canada either. There's this plus size influencer, J Bay, and she's obese, and her husband's obese. And she's an influencer, so she travels a lot, right? And she's been petitioning for airlines to be more fat inclusive. Anytime a fat person has to pay extra because of their weight, it's called a fat tax. And as an overweight person who travels, this affects me. And I have to say, I would love to not have that extra anxiety when traveling. Like, most people have travel anxiety because traveling, especially with airlines, is very stressful. Now, add on top of that, having to ask for a seatbelt extender, being discriminated against, being stared at by everybody because you're overweight, having to worry about encroaching on someone else's seat, the table not fitting down so you can't even eat on the plane, not even being able to go to the bathroom comfortably. The standard airline seat, that alone is like discriminatory if you think about it, because there's no standard body size. Like, everyone has a different body size. Even people who are taller, even people who are normal size can hardly fit in those seats. I hear people complaining, well, who do you think is going to pay for that extra free seat you want just for being fat? The passengers. She's not asking the passengers to pay up for the extra seat. She's asking the airlines. They don't have enough money. She's asking the airlines to be more inclusive. Make it a handicap seat. I mean, there's like for people who are disabled, if you have to. Even handicap seats in the airplanes, I don't even know. And then to say, well, I saw a comment where someone was like, I'm fat. I did this to myself. I have to realize that I can't travel unless I lose weight. What kind of fat phobic BS is that? How? So basically you're saying that people who are overweight, which by the way is a large percentage of the world by now, shouldn't be able to travel and have fun like everyone else while they're working on themselves. I think we can all agree losing weight is not easy. Because there are many, like, obesity is a disease that's not one size fits all. There's many different reasons why people are overweight. People overeat, sure. Too much calorie intake, sure. But that's not the case for every single person who's overweight. There's different reasons. Even if you overeat, there's lots of hormonal imbalances going on. There's lots of different reasons why people overeat. And it's very stigmatized. And I know sitting here pigging out on Taco Bell, but even that is discriminatory and fatphobic. You don't know what I eat for the rest of the day or what I do if I work out. So just saying that an overweight person should just eat like lean protein and greens, it's not realistic either. Just the attitude about the whole thing is so gross. The point is you don't have a right to tell fat people what to eat, what to do, how to feel. In the travel industry, in my opinion, I feel like it is time for a change. Be more fat inclusive. Because telling fat people they can't travel comfortably by plane when they have work to do, for example, JB is an influencer, she needs to travel, is fatphobic to say that. So to just say, stop stuffing your gob and you won't have a problem, is very ignorant because you don't know the challenges overweight people face. It's not as black and white as that. We do overeat, obviously, a lot of us, but a lot of us have issues. It's not like we woke up one day and was like, oh gee, I love being 400 pounds. I love being 600 pounds in bedbound. No, it's not like that. You don't know what someone's going through or struggling with. Therefore, you should be inclusive. People want to have inclusivity when it comes to anything else. But when it comes to fat people, you did it to yourself.
You did it to yourself.
You deserve to be uncomfortable and ostracized to try to force us to, like, lose weight. Okay, even if we had to pay a little extra if you're overweight. I mean, having to pay so much extra is crazy. It's basically telling fat people that you can't afford to travel, you can't travel because of your body type. I mean, let's be real. Who wouldn't like more room on a plane, you know? I don't think one extra seat for the occasional morbidly obese person is going to break anyone's bank. Be happy that if you are normal size, you don't have to worry about these things. I saw Piers Morgan commenting on the issue. Ugh.
Sorry. I had lettuce on my shirt.
I can't stand Piers Morgan on a good day. And he was like, well, you can have the extra seat, but you're going to have to pay for it. The whole point is, you missed the point, Piers. The whole point is the issue of this fat tax. Just don't talk. Please. So, I'm a little heated about it. You can't deny fat people are treated like less than. I don't mind society disliking fat people or having certain biases.
Just don't let it impede on my lifestyle, you know?
Equal rights for all. But airplane travel is just BS. It's so uncomfortable. Even for a normal sized person. I love this sauce. And I know people are going to comment, we don't care about your weight. We don't like your behavior. Don't make me do a compilation of fatphobic comments. Are you serious? There's people who don't like my behavior, but are also very fatphobic. 100%. And like I said, no problem, really. Discriminate all you want, but just still let me be comfortable on an airplane, and you can do what you want. I can just hear Pierce now. This influencer is talking about being fat inclusive while eating a huge meal from Taco Bell. Bloody hell. Yeah, Pierce. Sorry I'm not eating lean protein and veggies. Give me an extra airplane seat. Thanks, bye. I mean, traveling is essential to some people. And if they have to travel, let's say by plane, for several hours, and then you use the washroom, and the washroom is too small, I don't know. Same fat phobia with the whole body positivity movement. No one's saying that being obese is healthy. We're saying that it's discrimination to say that, to only focus on fat people having health issues. This food, this huge meal, is not even, it's not healthy for a thin person to eat it either. Maybe they don't put on weight, but maybe they get raised cholesterol from it, you know? And we're also saying that while we're working on ourselves, we have a right to, we're also saying that while we're working on ourselves, we have a right to feel positive about the bodies we have. Why feel like crap about yourself? What does that accomplish? Self-hate, you know? It's actually been proven that that kind of guilt and self-hate only contributes and exacerbates eating disorders. Some say over-restriction leads to binging. Some say, you know, it's like, some say to cut out trigger foods. There's so many different ways and opinions, differing medical opinions on how to change to lose weight. Some say surgery. Some say surgery is too risky and doesn't actually work in the long term. It doesn't fix your brain. There's so many conflicting medical opinions out there that what are we supposed to do? Not travel until everyone has it figured out? You're welcome to leave your opinions. I already know what they're going to be. I've been around here long enough. I wish you all a wonderful day.
Bye. I have not talked to Amberlynn in a very long time. It's been like here and there. Oh, one more thing I want to clear up with Amberlynn. Actually, that I'll go ahead and give y'all. Gracie, my cat. Not my niece, but my cat, Gracie. She ran away. Amberlynn did not intentionally let her go. It was actually, well, it was our roommate, but she didn't intentionally do it either. But she was a stripper. And she was coming in at like 2 and 3 in the morning. And I'm assuming, because when I went to bed, Gracie was there. Like, I knew she was there with us. But we kept her door cracked because her litter box was in the closet in the hallway. I knew that she had gone in and out. Like, I knew she was there. But I think when my roommate came in that late, because she was an outside cat. So she wanted to go outside. I just hadn't let her go outside yet because it was a new place. I guess that's when she slipped out. So, you know, I got up the next day and we couldn't find her, was what happened. I mean, I was there realizing that she was gone. We put up flyers. We looked for her for so long and we never found her. She was also very old. I don't know if she could have gotten hit by a car, if she could have just gone somewhere and laid down to pass. I don't know. I wish I did. That was my favorite cat. That was like my best little friend. Like, I had her for so long. But Amberlynn did not intentionally let her out. I just wanted to clear that up. So, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Probably be a little more, I don't know if we should call this tea or insight, whatever you want to call it, but I promise it'll be a stronger brew next time if we're going to call this tea.
I wanna live in freedom. I wanna dance with my demons. I wanna drink for no reason and celebrate every season. Yeah, call my place the kingdom. 'Cause I got what you need.
Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like what you see, please buy my merch. Link in the description below.